OdeeLoccSportsInfo here, back with another vid for you guys. Yeah, y'all, hit that subscribe, like, bell icon so y'all can be notified of this reel, because y'all know OdeeLoc keeps it real. Yeah, y'all, so you guys see the title, right? And at this point, we have to just call a spade, right? And the PBC have a bunch of beta fighters, right? These guys are not alphas. They're betas, right? Now, Danny Garcia is the latest one, right? Danny Garcia is the latest one. He said he wants to fight Keith Thurman again. Danny Garcia says he wants to fight Keith Thurman again after 5 years, right? After coming off a loss, right? He wants to fight Keith Thurman once again. But let's share this, right? Let's share. Chrome tab. Let's share it. Danny Garcia wants Keith Thurman rematch if he beats Barrios on Saturday. Now, this shit is ridiculous, right? This shit is ridiculous. But this is how Al Heyman, this is what he really feel about the boxing fans. This is what Al Heyman really feel about the boxing fans. Y'all gonna take what I give y'all, and you're gonna be happy with it, right? So because if this fight takes place, it's gonna be over 5 years since Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman was in the ring. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Who actually wants to see Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman after 5 years? Let that shit go. But this is the recycled fights that Al Heyman is going to keep on giving us unless we hold his feet to the fucking fire. Right? It don't matter if he's not saying shit. It don't matter if he's in the cut. Everybody need to come out, on their channels and blast his punk ass. Blast his ass. Tell his ass, hey, check this out, Al. Right? Check this out, Al. If you don't give us what the fuck we want, your business going under, motherfucker. Fuck the PBC. If you don't give us what the fuck we want, bro. Fuck Floyd Mayweather. Fuck TMT. Fuck all y'all. Because at this point, this shit is ridiculous. Danny Garcia just said in November that he's moving up to 154. And we know why he said it, because Terrence Bud Crawford was in his fucking face. And he acted like a bitch. He came up with a fucking excuse like a bitch. Boxing has turned into a bitch sport. Let's just keep it honest. Boxing is soft as fucking wet ass tissue, man. Boxing is as soft as some half done ass cornbread. This shit is soft. And who could we blame for this? Who could we blame? Al Heyman and fucking Floyd Mayweather for making this shit a bitch sport. A straight girly girl sport now, right? The women got more heart than these niggas, man. Right? We've been wanting the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano fight for a while. They giving it to us. We about to get it. Right? That's because both of those women have heart. Got more balls than these men. Right? Okay, now Danny Garcia, he's calling out Keith Thurman, but somebody has called him out. But somebody just called you out in January, on January 6th, 2022. Somebody just called you out, bro. Okay, let's stop this. Somebody just called you out, Danny, but you're not even trying to acknowledge this call out, right? You just got called out. And I mean, who called you out? Huh? Maurice Hooker called your ass out. If he stays at 147, I would love to fight Danny Garcia, right? He would love to fight you, Danny, but you ain't even talking about that fight, right? You ain't even mentioning Maurice Hooker, ex-champion, all that, right? He fought Virgil Ortiz. Why you not mentioning Maurice Hooker? Right when he's on your bumper, he said, if you stay at 147, he want the fight, motherfucker. You ain't mentioning his name, though. You want to mention Keith. All this PBC, man, but all this PBC around about bullshit, man. Like, these people are on a fucking merry-go-round, man. Recycling fights. 3 years later, 4 years later, 2 years later, 5 years later. Don't nobody want to see this shit, man. That's why the Mario Barrios versus Keith Thurman fight is going to fucking flop. I would be surprised if it get 25,000 pay-per-view buys. I would be surprised. That shit gonna flop. We not fucking with you, Al. We not fucking with you unless you give us what we want, right? And another reason that this fight can't be made, right? Because Maurice Hooker, he's on Matchroom slash Rock Nation, right? So we know that the fight can't be made, but Maurice Hooker, he's calling you out. He said if you stay at 147, he would love to fight you. But you're not even mentioning that. You don't even got nothing to say about that, Danny, because you probably know that Maurice Hooker will probably whoop your ass. This is sad. The PBC is full of beta fucking fighters, man. It's full of bitches. It's full of bitches because at the end of the fucking day, Al Heyman works really for these dudes. They really can make these fucking fights happen. If they really want the fight, they can make the fight happen. But they don't want the fight. So they hide behind Al Heyman, and he making a fucking smoke screen for them to hide behind. Fight after fight after fight. PBC versus PBC. PBC versus PBC. PBC versus PBC. Y'all not tired of seeing that shit? PBC versus PBC. PBC versus PBC. And then as soon as they go their ass out of PBC, what happened? They get knocked the fuck out. And that's a fact. As soon as they leave the PBC and fight another fighter on another platform, what they get knocked the fuck out. They get knocked out. They get stopped brutally. But the PBC, they got all these elite fighters. No, they got fighters with fucking names who are not elite. They just doing this round robin in their fucking little circle. Soon as they go out of their circle, they getting their ass knocked out. Wilder, Porter, right? Shit, and the list goes on and on. Abel Ramos. Come on, man. Like, the list goes on and on. On and on. As soon as they leave the PBC and fight somebody from Top Rank, Matchroom, from Golden Boy, they get their ass whooped. Say I'm lying. You can't say I'm lying, right? Because y'all know it's a fact. And people, they be like, oh, look, why you on Al Heyman so much? Because he fucked up boxing. Him and Floyd Mayweather has made this shit into a pussy sport. It's a bitch sport now. It's a straight bitch sport. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Come on. Back in the days, these fighters wasn't even getting a third of what these motherfuckers getting, but they was fighting every month. They wasn't even getting a third of what these motherfuckers are getting, and they was fighting every fucking month, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. You can see these old school dudes in the fucking ring getting it in, right? Getting it in, trying to get their money, but these motherfuckers now, they so privileged, they get so much fucking money that they feel like that they just, they some big ass superstars. You ain't no big ass superstar. You a bitch. Because you don't want to give us the fucking fights we want to see. And I'm just tired of this shit, man. This is why I just take breaks from this shit, because this shit it's a pussy sport. It has literally turned into a bitch sport, man. And this is crazy. This is supposed to be a gladiator sport, y'all. A gladiator sport. Where two alphas going at it. Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather have turned it into a bitch sport. Where it's all about the money. Oh, it's all about this. Man, shut y'all bitch ass up. You signed up for boxing. Motherfucker, we didn't tell y'all ass to sign up for boxing. You wanted to be a fucking boxer. So get your motherfucking ass in the ring. We didn't make y'all motherfuckers sign up for this shit. You gonna get fucking paid. Get y'all scary ass in the ring. Simple as that. Scary motherfuckers. Danny Garcia, you ain't even mentioning Maurice Hooker. Right now, he calling your ass out, but you trying to go back to Keith after 5 fucking years. Don't nobody want to see that bullshit. Man, I can't wait until the PBC just die or fuck off, man. Get all these bitch niggas out the way. For real. Get all y'all beta motherfuckers out the way. Just get the fuck out of here, man. Man, but hopefully Virgil and Ennis, that they got, like the younger generation, hopefully they got more balls. Right? But how it's going to play out with them, they going to get a belt and they going to start acting like fucking divas too. That's how it's going to fucking play out with them too. It's a trickle-down effect. They ain't going to get belts and they going to start acting on some weirdo shit too. Mark my words. That's just how these motherfuckers act nowadays. Weird-ass generation. Soft motherfuckers. And it's disgusting, bro. Boxing has, this shit disgusting. Then motherfuckers then got these old-ass men capping for this shit. Old-ass niggas capping. Oh, yeah, man. Shut the fuck up. Capping for this bullshit. Come on, man. Like, y'all, man. Bro, I don't even see how people really, man, but boxing really don't, like, shit, I'm interested in it, but this shit fading very fast, y'all. It's fading very fast because it's like, what the fuck going on? We just want to see fucking fights. We will pay y'all to see these fights. Y'all got all this promotional beef like y'all fucking in gangs or something. Y'all got gang beef, right? The PBC, they don't fuck with Top Rank, man, because, man, what? Top Rank, they don't fuck with Matchroom, Golden Boy, they don't fuck with PBC. It's like, come on, man. Like, y'all on some gang banging stupid shit too? Dumb shit, man. Straight up stupid shit, y'all. And I know I'm cussing a lot because I'm pissed the fuck off. Just by me even seeing that title, Danny Garcia, I want Keith Thurman if he win against Barrio. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You just said in November you wanted to go up to 154 because Terrence Crawford was in your fucking face. You bitched up. You acted like a bitch when a motherfucker was in your face. You came up with a whole excuse, with a whole fucking novel, with a whole story. Oh yeah, man, like I'm gonna move up to 154. Then Terrence Crawford, he's like, yeah, man, shit, I'm probably gonna follow you. Your ass got quiet like a bitch. Y'all niggas are bitches. I can't understand this shit. Y'all sign up to fight. Y'all sign up to get in the ring, and then you act like a bitch. And then you act like a girl. You supposed to be a gladiator. Right? You supposed to be an apex predator. You not none of that shit. And who making y'all look bad is fucking Al Heyman because he's a bitch. Come on. He making y'all look soft as fuck. Look at Earl Spence Jr. But Earl Spence Jr., I thought you was this big ass, like pay-per-view star. I thought you was I thought you was this man. Right, Earl Spence? I thought you was the man. So why did Tim Smith say that we don't even want to insult Terrence Crawford? We can't even afford. Oh, okay. So Earl Spence Jr., he can't carry the pay-per-view? Huh? Shit, last time I checked, Terrence Bud Crawford had more pay-per-views than Jamal Charlo. Right? When him and Jamal Charlo, when Jamal and Jamel was on a pay-per-view together, they didn't even sell 100,000 pay-per-views. Together. They sold 100,000 or less pay-per-views together. But you about to give Canelo what, $50 million to fight fucking Jamal Charlo? Jamal Charlo. He ain't never been on pay-per-view like that. He ain't on pay-per-view fucking star. Right? This is the bullshit that y'all need to peep out with the PBC. The PBC is on bullshit. So Jamal Charlo, he's not a big pay-per-view star, but you about to give this motherfucker $8 to $10 million. Right? Caleb Plant, he wasn't a pay-per-view star, but you about to give him, shit, man, but you gave him $10 million. Right? Come on. Make this shit make sense. Altogether, Terrence Crawford, shit, I'm pretty sure that he just sold what shit, like 300,000 pay-per-views? Altogether? But you can't afford him. No, what it is that you want to get him over there to the PBC so you could try to eat off him. And Terrence Crawford ain't having that shit. He not having it. He's not having it. Right? And if he do go over there, you're going to give him his fucking guarantees that he was getting from Top Rank. Period. 4 million plus. You're going to give him his guarantees. And if you don't do that, Al, fuck you. Right? That's why they came out and said, fuck Al Heyman in the PBC. What y'all don't understand, this is what I be trying to tell people. Terrence Crawford was one of the highest guarantees in the welterweight division. He was the highest guarantee in the welterweight division. The highest guarantee. The PBC will have to guarantee him $4 million, then he gets money on the back end. Plus he gets money on the back end. You think the PBC want to do that? Hell no. Earl Spence Jr. have never been guaranteed $4 million and got, like money on the back end like that. No. Shit, I think his highest one was what, like three guaranteed, and then he did make money on the back end. I'm not saying he didn't make money on the back end, so it came up to like 8, I think. Something like that. But Terrence Crawford, so just imagine if Terrence Crawford go over there, they put Terrence Crawford on pay-per-view. He won't $4 million guaranteed off the rip. Give me my 4 right now. I know I'm making 4. Whatever the pay-per-view sale, I don't give a fuck about that. Right? You think Al Heyman them that they gonna do that? Hell no, they haven't did it for no one of their fighters. Nobody. Right? They haven't did it for him. Crawford is but Crawford is on a whole nother fucking level than these PBC dudes. This is what I be trying to tell people. It's like, what the fuck are y'all looking at? This man was guaranteed high paydays. He got $6 million for fighting Sean Porter. Right? He got 6 for fighting Sean Porter, who couldn't sell out a backyard barbecue. So Earl Spence say, right? How much did Earl make? He was guaranteed 2. Right? He was guaranteed $2 million to fight Sean Porter. Terrence Crawford was guaranteed 6. You see the difference? Yes, Earl Spence, he made money on the back end. I'm not saying he didn't. Yes, he made money on the back end from the pay-per-view sales and all that. Yes, he made, probably another $2 million. But other than that, Crawford made 6 guaranteed without pay-per-view. Nigga, you got to pay me $6 million. I don't give a fuck about what the pay-per-view do. And if the pay-per-view do good, you got to give me more money. Don't y'all understand? This is why Crawford, he just be laughing. It's like, boxing fans are dumb. Most boxing fans, these casuals that just jump in and out of the sport, they don't know shit about what's going on. Right? Most of these people, they come from the conscious community. I can see that. A lot of these people, they come from the conscious community and they want to ride that, they want to ride that black power, like that super black power, narrative in boxing. They want to ride that wave. Right? They want to pimp their subscribers. This is what they do. They pimp their subscribers. Right? It's just a fact. This is just what they do. But this shit is just out of control, man. Maurice Hooker wants to fight Danny Garcia. Danny ain't even thinking about Maurice Hooker. You haven't even heard him say Maurice Hooker's name. Let's share it again, man, because I want to share the date with y'all. Look, because this is when Maurice Hooker said it. Look at when he said it. January 6th, 2022, this month. This month he said it. This month he said it, but you don't hear Danny even speaking on that. Danny, he ain't gonna even say nothing about that. Man, but people, they be like, oh yeah, man, you can't disrespect these fighters. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Shit, if we can disrespect basketball players, shit, if we can disrespect, football players, shit, if we can disrespect all these other sports players, why the fuck can't we disrespect boxers? Nigga, if you acting like a bitch, you acting like a bitch. What the fuck? If you behaving in a girly fashion, why the fuck can't we call you out? See, this is the thing about these boxing channels. They want to be friends with these motherfuckers. I don't want to be your fucking friend. I want to see a fucking fight. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to kumbaya with you. I don't want a fucking picture. I don't want an autograph. I want to see you motherfuckers get in the ring and throw blows. And I'm going to pay for it. You're going to get some money out of my fucking pocket. Think about that shit. You're going to get some money out of my pocket. But this is, man, like boxing is weak, man. It's weak. It's weak as fuck. And it's getting weaker. The PBC, along with the LDBC, has fucked up the sport. Let's just keep it a buck. The PBC, along with the But what do people call them? The local dummy boxing community, right? Me, I call them the cult members, right? Because they're a fucking cult. They go around the internet like a fucking cult, right? They got that Jim Jones shit in them. That's why when you see my past videos, I got that picture of Jim Jones, right? The cult. Come on, man, because this is what the fuck they do. They all go around drinking the same fucking Kool-Aid, right? Drinking the same Kool-Aid. Look at all the shit they was pushing with the Deontay Wilder and the Anthony Joshua shit. Fucked off the whole fight. Fucked off the whole fight. Destroy. That's all they know how to do is destroy. Right? Because when they destroy, their pockets get more, better. So they really don't give a fuck about the sport. They care about their pockets. Oh, new media. You ain't no fucking new media. You old media. You just got a new spin on your lie. That's it. You ain't no new media. You old media, just with a new face. You're still lying. You still come on the motherfucking internet and push narratives. You still come on the internet and just make up shit. Then people go and look for it. Can't find it nowhere. Can't find it nowhere. And the reason that you say that shit is you don't leave no links. You don't leave, you don't leave nothing in the description box for people to go and search it for themselves. No, you just push narratives. Them and the PBC have fucked up boxing. Just think about what boxing. I mean, come on. Just think about it. Just think about it. We could have been had this Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford fight, but no, they wanted to push the narrative about, percentages. They wanted to push the number, shit like the narrative about, he need to do this, he need to do that, right? Terrence Crawford, he need to go through this gauntlet, right? Now, he need to prove that he's a good fighter, even though he has proven it way before Spence was even a fucking champion. In 2 weight divisions. Even though he has proven it in 2 weight divisions, he still got to prove what he can do at 147. He got to prove it. He got to prove what he could do at 147. But nobody was saying that shit to Floyd Mayweather. Nobody has said that shit to no other fighter but Terrence Bud Crawford. Right? Oh, man, he got to prove what he could do. Oh, man. No, man. Maurice Hooker, he came from 140 right up to 147. Right? Fought Virgil Ortiz. Who said something? Who said something about it? Nobody. They gave Virgil Ortiz his props. So please stop. Stop with the double standard bullshit. This shit is sick, man. Boxing is sad and sick, pathetic, a weak ass sport now. I have to find something else to talk about. Probably gonna talk about my Rams. Yeah, salute. And the thing about this, with the Rams, not to change subject, I probably got to go to this game. I'm sorry, man, because I probably got to, because I think I got to go to work on that Sunday, but I'm gonna probably have to dodge work, man, because the stadium is like, shit, if I'm in my car, the stadium 6 minutes away from my house, to be honest. You feel me? But I can actually walk down there. Shit, it'll take me 15 minutes, you feel what I'm saying? But I can walk down there with my flag, you feel what I'm saying? And, man, and go a little crazy. But I don't, man, because it got crazy ass fans out here, man. So, man, got crazy people out here. Yeah, y'all, but this shit is sad, man. Boxing is a weak sport. Y'all got to admit it. We all got to admit that boxing has turned into a bitch sport, a weak ass sport, right? PBC, the LDBC, don't it kind of rhyme? All this bullshit. Old ass men coming online lying on young dudes. Old men coming on. Just think about that shit. Old men coming online, lying on younger black men. Lying on them. Just so they can increase their revenue in their pockets. Just so they can increase their revenue in their pockets, they will come online and lie on another brother. Right? Then at the same time, say Black Power. You man, then the casual fans, you know, like they just be, oh yeah, man, he did this, yeah, man, he did that. Yeah, it's like, shut the fuck up. Y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Y'all listening to these weak ass dudes, man. You could tell that they wasn't nothing in real life, right? You could tell these dudes was nothing in real life. How could you tell that? Because they trying to be something on the internet. They trying to be stars on the fucking internet, man. These dudes was lames in real life, man. Lames. They lames, and this internet has pumped up their head. You feel what I'm saying? Like, have you ever had a supervisor, if you have worked, have you ever had a supervisor, they started off, you know, like say they started off at a lower position, then they get the supervisor position, and their head just blow up. They think they just, it's like, fuck are you doing, bro? You better calm your ass down. You get your ass whooped in here, right? This is how these guys are. They wasn't shit before the internet. You can tell. They wasn't nothing before the internet. They come on here every day, constantly, every day, all day. Every day, all day. Right? This is their revenue stream now. They had quit their jobs, you know, they didn't gave up their, you know, their careers outside of, you know, YouTube. This is what they want to be now. A YouTube celebrity. Right? That just mean that they lame in real life. And they can put on the character good on the internet. Right? Because you don't know them in real life. They lame. And it's obvious. Just look at them. Go around to all of these cult member channels and just look at them, man. Really analyze the dudes and be like, damn, you a lame. You wasn't popping in, you know, like high school like that, shit like that. You weren't a popular dude. You could tell. You feel, it's like, come on, man. So they living their lives through these boxers. On you, man, this shit is crazy, man. The mentality shit, this shit is weird. They living their lives that they wanted to live through these boxers on the internet. Right? Because in real life, they lame as fuck. They lame. Right? They could talk about, oh yeah, man, I was a pimp, I was doing it. You ain't no pimp. Oh man. You feel what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man, I should do this. Man, please stop, bro. Please stop. No, you just got good stories. That's all. You a good narrator of somebody else's story. Right? That's all it is. You a good narrator. You can narrate another nigga life on this internet good. That's all it is. Because looking at you, you lame. And you never was popping. I mean, come on, man. Y'all better, man, this shit is sad, man. Yes, and I got to talk about them too. Yeah, because they lame. They have helped destroy the sport of boxing. They helped make it into a bitch sport. They helped making it to one, right? And I want y'all to think about this. It all started when Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko. That's when all this shit started. When AJ beat Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder was over there commentating, he bitched up. Yes, he bitched up because he could have called out AJ right there. He had the WBC belt on his shoulder. He shook his hand. He could have called him out right there. He could have said, yeah. And if you want to be undisputed, tap that belt on his shoulder. You know you got to come through me. Simple. Simple. Not even aggressive. Not none of that. Simple shit. Right? And AJ would have been on notice. And that would have, boosted it up. But what did this coward do? He come back to Alabama, get on the internet, on Twitter, and talk shit. This is a king, though. This is your so-called king. That's when I was done with Wilder right there. When I seen him do that bitch shit, I said, real niggas don't do that. Shit, I ain't never want to fight a dude and then wait till I get to the house. What? No, I mean, we won't fight. We gonna fight right there. I'm gonna call you out right there. It ain't gonna be no walk away and no. He bitched up. And then what happened? The LDBC, the cult members, right? The so-called, sandwich man, right? The sandwich general, right? What did he do? He came on, it don't matter what. Now Deontay Wilder, he need the support of us, he need the support of the Americans, it don't matter. Ooh. I was like, well, it is between two black people, I got blocked from his channel. AJ ain't black. This is what they said. This is what your sandwich general said. He ain't black. He from the UK. Damn. So what makes you any different than the Packtards? Right? What makes you any different from the Canelo fanboys? What makes you any different? You're not different. You're the same. You're the same exact as them. Right? Because anytime you can say a black man is not black because he's from the UK, you a coon. You a shucking and jiving ass jigaboo. You feel what I'm saying? Drink your Kool-Aid, nigga, and shut the fuck up and eat your sandwich. Drink your Kool-Aid and eat your sandwich, nigga. Right? Then this is just a little history because I used to be in the mix of the the cult members until the AJ Wilder shit. And then it all went bad. It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing, bro? This is between two black dudes. This is what I used to be saying. This is between two black dudes. Why is this? How could this shit be racist? Oh man, but AJ, he's a token boy. AJ, he's a slave. AJ this, right? Then they got on Dylan White. Oh, Dylan White, he's just a spare tire. Dylan White, he's this. Dylan White, he's a slave. This is coming from black people. Black men who are older than them. Come on. Just because they not signed to the Phantom, right? The Wizard of Oz, Al Heyman. That should let y'all know that they own a PBC payroll, man. They getting some kind of money for pushing these narratives from the PBC. Something. Some kind of kickback. Right? But This is just, this is just boxing, y'all. And it has turned into a disgusting ass sport. No real fighters no more. Well, it got some fighters are real, man, but they can't get the fights they want. So they're gonna eventually, give up too. They're gonna eventually, go along with the get along too if they can't get the fights they want. Right? Shit, they got a family to feed, they got stuff to do. But for Danny Garcia to come out after you just said 2-3 months ago, I'm going up to 154. I think I can beat everybody at 154. And you said that because Terrence Bud Crawford was in your fucking face. Now you talking about fighting Kell Brook, Amir Khan. Now you're talking about fighting Keith Thurman after 5 years. Maurice Hooker calling you out. You ain't even saying his name. This is bitch shit, man. The PBC need to, hey, man. It needs new management. It needs to be under new control because it probably could be a great platform, if it wasn't controlled by Al Heyman and shit, the other guys, the other people that's behind the scenes, right? Because it's not only Al. It got other people back there, right? But it probably can be ran, decently. But for right now, they have ran that shit into the ground. And it's time for it to go. Right? It's time for it to disappear. And I hate to even, to even say shit like that. Because I don't want no boxing platform to disappear like that. But they not doing shit for us. They not giving us the shit that we want. What are they good for? What are you good for? You don't want to make the fights, between cross promotions that we want to see. Y'all don't even want to make the fights in-house that we want to see. We wanted to see Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence, 3 years ago? Y'all didn't make that shit. Y'all can't give us nothing. So what good are y'all? Y'all no good. And it's time for you to go. It's time for your ass to go. To just, just let that motherfucker decay, right? Just let it decay and just, turn it to fucking ashes, man. Dust. Man, because I'm just tired of this shit. They have literally turned boxing into a bitch sport. And nobody, then they got all these, weird ass fans with their pom-poms. Give me a P, give me a B, give me a C. With they fucking pom-poms. Bigging up this bitch shit. Cheering it on. And it's only, like at this point, y'all, like we in the internet age, we in the social media age. It's only gonna get worse, y'all. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse, man. So boxing is just decay. It's about to be shit. It's about to be non-existent in a minute, man. These fighters, they're gonna be getting paid $100,000, $200,000, for championship fights in a minute. All right. Boxing is not gonna be, like the more lucrative sport. It's not gonna be lucrative how it, it was. In a minute, it's not, man, because everybody gonna stream everything. Nobody ain't gonna be paying for shit. Because y'all not giving us what the fuck we want. Y'all not making us excited. Y'all not making us want to come out the pocket and spend money. Right? Shit, that when we look at y'all fights at the PBC, it's just like, oh, okay. Man, another stream. You feel what I'm saying? You don't even think about throwing a fight party. You don't think about doing shit. You just like, oh yeah, man, I'll catch that shit on the replay. Right? No excitement at all. Nothing. No excitement at all for it. It's just a get along, just to get like, all right, man. Like shit, like they charging $75 for Mario Barrios, Keith Thurman. Yeah, man, we just gonna stream that shit. Man, shit, now you just bring over some beers, bro. Just bring over some beers, man. Like, we just gonna stream that shit, bro. Like, we'll look at it on the TV. We gonna stream it. Right? Because ain't nobody gonna pay for that shit. Oogie Spence. Ah, man, like, yeah, man, shit. It is to a unification between three fighters, man. But, man, it still ain't the shit we want to see, bro. Man, stream that shit, bro. Come on, man. They killing themselves. They killing themselves. Self-destruction. It's self-destruction. Shit, and at this point, you got to really think, is Al Heyman doing this shit on purpose? Right? Like, do he want this company to self-destruct? Right? Because he is on the hook for some money. He do owe money to, to investors. So if this motherfucker, go belly up, right, he probably can get off the hook for that money. But I'm pretty sure he will be in danger then, right? Right, because don't nobody really play about their fucking money. Right? So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The PBC has made it into a bitch sport. The LDBC, the cult members, yeah, I call them the cult members, but y'all be hearing, the local dummy boxing community, y'all be hearing, a lot of different names. Me, I call them the cult members because that's what they are. They a cult. They all be on the same narrative, right? Because they all be on the phone talking to each other, saying what the narrative gonna be for the day, saying that they gonna do this for the day, and they all come out and they all push the same fucking videos. And they all on the same page for that day. They all pushing the same narrative for that day. And this is how the casual fan get manipulated, get confused. Right? Because they looking at just nonstop videos of these fools who pushing out narratives. Nonstop video, nonstop. Right? You're gonna start believing some of this shit. Right? You're gonna start believing something. You're gonna be like, damn, man, shit, like, maybe he is telling it. Come on. Right? If you keep on hearing it day after day after day after day, you're gonna kind of believe it. Especially if you don't do your own research. Right? Especially if you don't go and research shit yourself. Oh man, you gonna fall for a hook, line, and sinker every time. Right? This is why they don't put links. This is why they don't tell you where to go. This is why they don't tell you nothing. They just want you to believe the shit that's coming out of their mouth. Simple as that. And if you say something against their narrative, moderators block him. Right? They in a protection program, just like the PBC. Think about this shit, man. They got a lot in common. A lot in common, man. Go to one of their live chats and you see all the wrenches. You be like, God damn, it ain't nobody in here that don't got a wrench. Right? So as soon as you make a comment, somebody gonna see that comment, block, delete, block him. Bitch shit. Straight girly shit. But you can come to my page. I don't got no moderators. I don't got none of that because I know my page probably ain't that big. But when I do get a big page, I'm probably going to have certain people as moderators, probably 3 at the most. And that's just going to be monitoring racist comments. You feel what I'm saying? Like getting into all that race-based stupid shit. No, man, get that shit off my page, man. I don't want none of that stupid shit on my page. Just get the shit off my page. Do racism exist? Yes, I know racism exists, but don't put that shit on my page. That shit off my page, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep that shit in the cult area. You stay over there with that shit because I'm not running with that narrative here. I'm keeping it real on everything over here. On everything. Everything. You feel what I'm saying? So all that shit over here, it don't work. It does not work. Period. I got my own mind. I think for myself. I take accountability for the shit I do. And I expect other people to do the same fucking thing. You feel what I'm saying? And when you don't take accountability for the shit you do out here in this shit in this world, right, for the choices that you have made, and then you try to blame your choices on, the white man. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh man, shit, I did this because I'm in this environment. I did this because man, shut that shit up, bro. That shit is old. That shit is played the fuck out, bro. No, you made the choice to do that shit, and you did it because you wanted to do it. Simple as that. Simple as fucking that. Right? If you want to go and kill another black man, you thought about it, you made the choice, you got the gun, and you went to go and do it. That's not the white man. That's you, motherfucker. And take accountability for it. Simple as that. You can't blame your environment. Oh, man, my environment. Shut your ass up. Sit down in the corner, put some bubble gum on your nose, right? And hold 2 books up. You fucking dummy. But that's it. That's all, y'all. I'm going to end it right there. The PBC is full of beta fighters. Simple as that. I mean, come on, man. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. This is OdeeLoccSportsInfo. I'm gone.